Okay, here's the overview for my oral presentation. I'll walk you through the Prezi to give you an idea about where I'm heading, and hopefully I'll be able to get some feedback from you later on to tidy this up. So at the moment it's just a concept. I'll start the Prezi now and we'll see how we go. Righto, we start off with the zoomed out overview so you can see the relationship between the different parts. And we've got the important bits, the lit review and the methodology front and centre down the bottom there. Okay, we start off by zooming into this word cloud just to give you an idea about the key terms that have come up in a search of the lit review itself. Then we zoom into some photos of some adult learners at work, and I can talk about why I'm interested in this particular topic and what sort of factors have led me to want to research this. And we can zoom into a bit of self-reflexivity where I talk about my relationship to the study itself and how I fit into the demographic and sort of issues about bias and those sorts of things. Then we can zoom over to the first section, which is the background of the study, the government policy and the research questions themselves. And at the moment I've got placeholders in here. There's a fair bit of text in here, and I think I'll have to restructure this. At the moment I've just got some info in there about the drivers for the study, and I might want to do it in some dot points with just some titles and then zoom into the detail later. Then we've got the government policy and the reports that have actually informed the study, so I can talk about those in some detail. I just wonder if I should have put those in chronological order as well. Then we've got the two research questions themselves, so I can talk about how we came up with those questions, what I'm really trying to achieve, and set the scene for what's going on. Next we zoom over to the key definitions and theorists. So once again I've got just a placeholder in here. These are just some definitions of adult learners, but what I expect I'll do is list the key terms that need to be explained and then perhaps zoom into definitions of each one. For the key theorists, I've got a word cloud again just taken from the theoretical constructs section in the lit review, and what I do then is zoom in to have a look at the 8 that are actually included in the thesis. So the first 4 are the theorists who've come up with constructs, and the last 4 are the researchers who've expanded and applied them. Then we zoom out for some context to see where we are, and then come into the literature review and the methodology. And I think probably in the lit review I might just list the chapter headings and have a bit of a discussion about them, what the key findings were. I could zoom into some detail as well, I suppose, so what do you think about that? Then the methodology, talk about the reasons for choosing a methodology that I have, why it's going to be appropriate. Then we can zoom out for some context and then come into the output from the study, which is my integrated theory of persistence to success for adult learners. So in here I can talk about all of the factors that I've included, and you'll see that I've color-coded all of these definitions here to the researchers and theorists who've discussed them. So we'll talk about that in a little bit of detail, see where the implications are. Then we zoom back out for some context, and now we've got the opportunity for some of those great ideas and questions that Kathy came up with the other day, things that I hadn't discussed. So we can put those in a little section down here under some headings, things like gender issues, social pressure, cultural issues, the things that might have had an impact on the study that I haven't discussed in any detail at this stage, but somebody might want to talk about. So we'll zoom in on those. Once again there'll be some headings and we can zoom into some definitions and have the discussion. Then we'll zoom back out again to the context. Okay, so that's the plan. Hopefully it's laid out in a logical way, and I look forward to getting some feedback from you. Thanks very much, guys.